Mick's Aussie Bush Burgers. Cheers, guys. G'day guys, Mick here, and welcome to a backyard cook-up. Unfortunately, it's August 2021 and New South Wales is in a statewide lockdown at the moment. So a few of us have decided that we're going to do a bit of a backyard cook-up comp. Now if you follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen this. And Ryan from Vikings 4x4 Adventures should have put out a video for it by now. But this is my full video of what I cooked up on the day. So again, it's 21st of August, we're in statewide lockdown. The challenge for this lockdown cook-up, which was organised by Unpro Adventures, I believe we have Mudduck 4-wheel drive touring, Steve. We have Steve from Unpro Adventures, Ryan from Vikings 4x4 Adventures, Shad Donaghue, possibly Grant from Wheeling New South Wales. I'm not 100% sure of that. But there's a whole bunch of us anyway, and we're coming together today on a Saturday. Well, not coming together, but in our own backyards today, and we're doing a cook-up. So the challenge is burgers. So I'm going to do my Micks Aussie Bush Burger. The reason I call it an Aussie Bush Burger is the first time I cooked it was in the bush. I was actually broken down at Lithgow. So if you go back and watch my Lithgow video, after this one of course, you'll see me cooking that up. Since then, I've made a few changes to the recipe, and you're going to see the full recipe and the full video here today. So, alright guys, hope you enjoy this, and I'm going to get cooking. Alrighty, first and foremost, I'll make it known, I'm no chef. Unlike Ryan from Viking 4x4 Adventures, lucky bugger, I'm just a crappy little backyard cook. So, as I said, we're making burgers. These are my own mix, and I'm making the patties from scratch, and we're going from there. So, I've got a couple of knives, and a kilo of mince from Coles. Best knives I've used so far, and they're the crappy ones that came free from Coles as a Flybuys deal. They're the MasterChef ones. Absolutely love them. So a full kilo of mince getting broken up into the bowl. Scrap that down onto the ground out of my way. I'll clean that up later. Now the recipe I've read says for 700 grams of mince to use 1 cup of flour. Now last time I did that I actually found it a little bit too bready, to be honest. So I've got a kilo of mince. So I'm going to go to 1 cup. These are 1/3 measurements. I couldn't find our 1 cup. Now guys, this doesn't have to be exact, but there's that. Put that off to the side. I don't remember how many eggs it said to use, but I'm going to crack a couple in there. Sit them in that section of the chopping board so they don't roll away. And as you can see off to my left here, I've got the fire going. Trying to get some nice hot coals up for that. And eggshells can go straight in the fire. Now it actually says to beat the eggs before you put them in. I never bother, it's all getting mixed up anyway. So we've got kilo of mince, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, and 2 eggs in there. That should be enough. The eggs are mostly to bind it. Now, a bit of salt and pepper. And for the first time, I think in my life, I'm using real garlic. Okay, now we've got the garlic peeled. I've actually purchased a crusher for this. Again, I've never really cooked With fresh garlic, I normally just use the crap that you buy already done. Clean that out. I like a fair bit of garlic in my food, especially when out camping. It helps to keep the mozzies away, I find. So quite a bit of garlic to go in here. Maybe I should have just bought some already crushed garlic, but I thought I'd go something a bit special tonight. I'm actually probably going to use just over half of the actual garlic here today. You know, that'll do. Okay, get that out of my way, try and peel the crap out of here. Get some more wood on the fire. And then the last ingredient that I like to use in my Aussie bush burgers, which I need to open, is some chili flakes. Now, I'm not a huge fan of chili. I don't like to burn my mouth out while I'm eating, but I don't mind a bit of a kick. So probably about a tablespoon or so of chili flakes, and that's it. Now it's time to get your hands dirty. Might take the wedding ring off so it doesn't get all caked up in there. Okay, now just while I'm doing this, this is something I would normally mix up and do from home. A kilo of mince should make me about a dozen patties. So for me and my family, that's 2 meals. So for me and the family, it's about 2 meals worth of patties. And yeah, I'd normally mix this up and make it home, split it in what I want to take as meals, and then just take what I need. You know, you can, once these are done, you can throw them in the freezer. And especially if you're going away for a few days, you throw these in the freezer and they'll keep in a good fridge or an esky or something for a few days. Throw them into Ziploc bags and that, and you don't have to cook them straight up. They will last a couple of days for you. So just give that a good mix up, guys, and until you're ready. I am using a bit of a crappy table, as you can probably tell from the camera to the right. It is wobbling a bit, but unfortunately I'm not out in the bush and I don't have the proper setup. So I'm making the best of what I can from home. At least I've still got the fire. I can smell the garlic in that already. It's good. Alrighty, so I should get about a dozen patties out of this. I don't want them huge. I don't like really thick patties and I don't like really wide ones. So that there would be an ample patty for me. Probably even go just a little smaller, to be honest. So something like that be about a good sized patty in my opinion. And I like to flatten them out. Because I am cooking over a grill, not an actual hot plate, flattening them out beforehand means that they'll cook a little bit smoother and a bit quicker. And I'm not going to have to try and squash them down on the hot plate, and therefore not just push them straight through. Forgot the onion. Fucking did too. I'm gonna have to go back and refilm that. Refilm, Mick, refilm. Okay, so the last ingredient for the patties is 1 onion. Doesn't have to be a hugely overly big one, but a decent size. Now I will use the full onion in this. As I said, I'm no chef, but I try to dice them relatively small. A lot of the recipes actually call for grated, which I can be stuffed trying to do that. That's right, I like raw onion. To an extent. That was a bit strong. Alrighty, now time to make the patties. I don't like a huge patty. I don't want them overly thick because they take a long time to cook and they're just harder to eat. A bowl of around that size in my hand, and I'm quite happy with that. Flatten them out, I've got a plate from down here. And lay them all out. I should get about a dozen, maybe a couple more. Alrighty, I'm back. Now while we wait for these coals to, these flames to burn down a bit and give me some nice coals, I'm going to get prepared with salads. Unlike some, I actually like some salad on my burgers. So I've got the patties sitting off to the side here. I'm going to do some lettuce, tomato and onion on them. Also got a few bits of extras. So I'm a bit of a lazy prick. I don't bother to wash my vegetables. Now some of you guys might cringe at that, but a little cos lettuce there. Just going to grab a bit of a handful of that. I might go a little bit more there. I won't need much. Grab me a bowl to put it in. Some guys love it without the salads and that. I see a lot of the smash burgers and that don't normally have salads on them. This is no smash burger, this is an Aussie bush burger. This is why I love these MasterChef knives. They will cut really fine with the tomato. Most of my other knives have a tendency of squashing it. These MasterChef ones are great. One more bowl for the onion. Alrighty, so there's my main 3 ingredients on the top. We've also got the Australian tasty cheese. I don't like that plastic crap, the American burger shit. I really hate that. And we've got some bacon that'll be going on later too. Now the last thing I need to do is make me sauce. So pinch one of the Mrs. jars. Because I do have 2 lots of this, I'll be making burgers again later in the week or whatnot. So this is, don't know, it's just Coles mayo. Some mustard. I'm not going as much mustard as I am mayo because I find it gets a little bit too sweet. A little bit of pepper in there. And just a sprinkle of chilli. Again, I'm not a big fan of burning my ass off or my mouth out while I'm trying to eat, so. And then just give that a good mix together. Yeah, that tastes pretty good. Alrighty, so that's about everything now with the sauce done. Still waiting on these coals to drop just a little bit more, and then I'll start cooking. Alrighty, I've had to throw a bit of extra light on because the sun's gone down a bit quicker than I thought it would. As you can see, the flames have pretty well died down now. Now I'm happy to start cooking. I don't like to cook over an open flame, simply because an open flame seems to cook too fast. So drop them straight on, nice and hot, get a good sizzle going there. And you'll notice that I'm dropping them on this side at the moment. That's because there's a lot more heat on this side. I want it to cook a little bit slower. Alrighty, so we've got some relatively fresh Coles buns. Half a dozen of them. As I said, there's me, my wife and my son, and we're pigs, so we'll eat 2 each. Maybe not the best buns in the world, but we don't mind them. I smell that meat cooking over there. Gonna need to be flipped in a second. Good thing is it doesn't take long to cook. Now the missus is inside cooking up a few eggs for me, so they'll be going onto the burgers too. Well, the black on the bottom of them already. Well, that's cooking. Get some bacon ready. I might lightly toast these buns while I think about it. Again, these will only take a minute to cook. Now, as you can see on this side too, as the fat drips out of the meat, the flames come back up. So you've got to keep an eye on that. And when that starts to happen, when the flames start to kick back up, I like to move them off the heat. Half a dozen rashers of bacon. Again, these will only take a minute. That'll do. Maybe I should have told you to start the eggs 10 minutes ago. Okay, so the meat's cooked a little bit faster than I was hoping, and unfortunately the eggs aren't ready yet. But that's fine. Set them here for a few minutes. They won't take too long. Spread a little bit of sauce on the bottom of each of these buns. Don't need a lot. That's nice. And then a little trick I picked up from Harry from Fire to Fork. Watching him do his smash burgers earlier. A little bit of lettuce on the bottom. Apparently it helps keep the buns fresh. So, don't know about that, but apparently it does. Okay, so I don't think I need 2 bits of tomato on each burger, but anyway. A couple of little onion rings on each. If you're not a big fan of onion, obviously, you don't put as much on them. I love my onion. My son, however, doesn't. That's heaps there. So there's the lettuce, tomato and onion done. I'm going to use my fingers because I'm a messy bugger. Unfortunately, the cheese probably won't melt, but that's fine. Get on there. A little bit of bacon on each one. That's something you don't see every day. A tin without a ring pull. Glad I've got a can opener inside. Bit of pineapple. You know what they say, guys? You can beat an egg, but you can't beat a root. They're not real good slices, are they? They're even one of the better brands. Alrighty, and here we are. Finally got the googie egg. Well, I'll use my fingers, I think. Yeah, stay on the bloody thing. Don't blame my wife, they're not cooked properly. No, they're fine. Alright guys, and there we have it, Micks Aussie Bush Burgers. Remember, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me 2 thumbs down. Or comment a middle finger in the comments below. If you're not following me on Instagram, also do so, and give the other boys a bit of love too. Shad Donaghue, Unpro Adventures, Mudduck 4-wheel drive tourer, and Ryan from Vikings 4-wheel drive adventures. Great little concept this. It's to show a bit of community, bit of respect for each other during crappy times as COVID. So yeah, really enjoyed this, guys. Alright, peace, and I'll see you on the tracks.